Hey guys, Joe here, doing a midweek video. Obviously I'm editing another video that should be coming out Friday, possibly Saturday, depending on how the editing goes today. And I wanted to do a slightly shorter video. Midweek videos will be slightly shorter. Not when I have a 4-minute introduction. As you saw from the title, it's the 3 ways you can carry a 1911 and why I choose the one I do. Start off by showing you that this firearm is empty, nothing in the mag, nothing in the chamber. I can go ahead and put the slide down. 1911s are traditionally carried one of 3 ways. The U.S. Army refers to them as conditions 1, 2, and 3. So that's how we will do it, and I will demonstrate each one as well. I don't have snap caps, I didn't think about it, and I'm not running out to buy some just to make this video. Condition 1. Condition 1, you would take your firearm, you would theoretically, because I'm not going to actually do it, you would take a magazine, put it in, you would then chamber around by racking your slide, which would pull your hammer back. As you can see, it's now in the rearward position. At that point, you would then engage the safeties. This gun has manual ambidextrous safeties, so you can clearly see that I've now engaged it. You would then take it and you would put it into your holster. For our demonstration purposes, I'm wearing a Uncle Mike's Kydex holster with a paddle style. It doesn't go onto my belt clip. I also wear a soft holsters for those days when I want to have a little bit more flexibility when I sit down. I'm using this one because it makes it easier to draw the firearm. So, condition 1. As we said, you put a mag in, rack the slide, chamber around, put on your safety. Gun's in the holster. Gun is safe. It's not going to go off. You have a grip safety and an external manual safety, and the trigger is covered at this point. To use this firearm now, you would need to take the gun out, making sure to keep your finger off the trigger until you're ready to use it. As you bring it up and you bring your other hand on, you drop the safety. You can see it on this side because this gun has ambi safeties. Now you can engage. And if this was a fully loaded firearm, doing that would cause the slide to rack and it would continue to function. This is a single action pistol. That is very important as we go on to condition 2. Now condition 2. In condition 2, you start the exact same way. You take your weapon, you put a mag in it, you would then rack the slide to chamber your first round. At this point, you're going to do something. You're going to take 2 fingers and you're going to pull your trigger to lower your hammer. Then you're going to release your trigger and you're going to holster this firearm. That is condition 2. Round in the chamber, mag is loaded. Okay, we're now in condition 2. Condition 2 is you take the mag, put it in, rack the slide, and then you take your fingers and grab your hammer, pull your trigger, and lower the hammer. Release the trigger. The gun is loaded, but the hammer is in the down position. This gun will not fire in this condition. So it is technically safe. Well, it's mechanically safe. To use this firearm now, you need to, once again, draw it out, keeping your finger off the trigger. But when you come up, you either need to use your other hand to thumb the hammer. You can use your trigger finger, but as you can see, it's causing me to torque my hand very badly, completely taking me out of the fight while I adjust. Or if you feel like an Old West hero, you can draw, use your palm to bring the hammer, and then engage. That's condition 2. Now on to condition 3. And finally, condition 3. In condition 3, there's very little you need to do. You take your gun, you take a mag, slap it in, make sure the mag is seated, put the gun away. Condition 3 is the easiest to get set up for. Take your firearm, jam your mag in it, you're ready to go. Condition 3, the gun is unloaded. I could throw it across a room, it's not going to go off. But it does require the most handwork to get into the fight. So you're going to bring it up, rack your slide, engage, and then go. You can do it one-handed like the military taught you. You can also, and then just get in there. If you're quick enough, you should be able to do that without too much of a problem. Hopefully the demonstrations gave you an idea of the 3 conditions. Now on to why I carry the way I do and my opinions on the other 2. I carry cocked and locked. 1 in the chamber, hammer back, safety on. If you don't carry your 1911 like this, you probably need to consider a different firearm, because this is literally the way this firearm was designed to be carried. Now this may come as a surprise to you, but I actually prefer to carry in condition 3. I don't do it, I would never do it, but if I had to do it, that's the way I would do it. Does that make sense? Because in condition 3, all you have to do is rack your slide, get your grip, and go to town. That's all there is to condition 3. It's that simple. You don't have to worry about dropping your hammer, you don't have to worry about pulling your trigger when you're loading your damn gun. You just rack it and go. So it's the second fastest, it's also the second safest. So let's talk about condition 2. That's hammer down, round in the chamber, loaded magazine. As I demonstrated, you have to either take your fingers completely off the gun to do it one-handed. You have to use your other thumb while getting your grip, which is still awkward and time-consuming. Or you have to do that and then you clear your hand, but look where my hand is. You're not going that and then like that, because you're not going to get a good grip. So you're going to come back, take your hand off, readjust. That's not the worst part of carrying in condition 2. The worst part is when you're trying to load the firearm. So you took your mag, you put it into the gun, you're ready to drop the hammer. What do you have to do to drop the hammer on a 1911? You have to engage the grip safety, take your fingers and put them on the hammer, and then pull the trigger. And you saw how fast that went, because I honestly wasn't prepared for it to just fall. And that brings up the point I'm trying to make. So let's be dangerous with our gun. You've loaded it, you put your mag in it, your hammer's back because you racked your slide. Now you have to put the hammer down. You have to take your fingers, grab your hammer, pull your trigger, and then drop the hammer slowly. Did you see what I just did there? I just literally pulled the trigger on a gun that's not in battle or even being used. I'm pointing in a safe direction. I'm in a basement. There's nothing on the other side of the walls. Now the gun is safe. There have been many cases of people accidentally discharging their firearm while trying to do that. It's not just with 1911s, it's what you have to do with any single action pistol that has a hammer that you want to drop. That's very dangerous. Keep in mind, my gun has a skeletonized hammer, which actually gives me more room to grip on it. I can grip the sides, the hole in it gives my finger some place to go. If this was a GI model, like they issued to our GIs, it would have just been a little spur. So you would have been doing this, pulling trigger, and then, oh, my finger slipped. Gun just went off. You killed your buddy. The same can be said when it comes time to use the firearm. You've drawn it out of your holster, you're going to thumb the hammer back. Oh, my finger slipped. Look where the hammer is. This is a dead gun right now. Hammer won't do anything. So you have to come back up, put the hammer all the way back, then you can fire it. You're dead by this point, by the way. So in conclusion, the proper way to carry a 1911, regardless of the manufacturer, is cocked and locked. There's another reason. Unless you have the hammer back, this safety does not engage. With the hammer down, you literally cannot engage the safety on a 1911. And if you have a Model 70 like this, that creates another problem of its own. So what that means is right now, because I don't have a firing pin safety in this gun, if I hit the hammer hard enough, it will fire the bullet. Obviously, it's been empty the whole time. I'm not gonna put a live bullet in there just to demonstrate that today. So if you have a Model 70, you need to be careful of that as well. If you have a Model 70, condition 2 is completely out. Don't do it. If you do it, you might as well just, I don't know, carry a knife, carry a stick, bring a friend that knows how to carry a 1911. You know what I mean. So if you like that video, go ahead and hit the thumbs up. If you'd like to leave a comment, do that below. If you haven't subscribed yet, consider getting subscribed. I'd really appreciate it. It helps the channel a lot. And as always, I'll talk to you later. Cocked and locked.